Okay, let's take a walk around this W registration, so either I think 1980 or 81 from memory. Land Rover Series 3 88-inch lightweight, still finished in what looks like its original army camouflage livery, so looks suitably sort of distressed now, shall we say, and characterful, but I must admit that's the way I like them, when they're sort of all repainted. I'm not quite sure it does it for me, but I like them looking like this. Anyway, it's a proper sort of authentic lightweight, still in its authentic military spec, in that it's got a whole lot of radio gear on it. It's got the twin aerial amplifiers on the front bonnet, on the front wings rather, all wired in here. I don't know if they'll work or not. I think someone's had a go at trying to make it all work at some point in the past. And 2 or 3 bits of radio equipment inside. But as I say, it is actually a 12 volt one. Whether it's been a 24 volt one at some point in the past, I really couldn't say, although I don't think it has because of the position of the battery. And there's certainly a stick or riveted on badge on the rear bumper saying it's 12 volt, so I don't know, but certainly it's 12 volt now. It's got a matching set of Goodyear 650 by 16 military tyres on camouflage rims, which is taking it a bit far, I guess, but it's got those anyway. It's got the proper military front bumper with NATO tow hook in the front bumper, bonnet mounted spare, correct, and I think original by the look of it, because it's been weatherproofed over the years. Military tilt that's also been camouflaged. Twin tanks, military cross member, military rear bumperettes, NATO rear hook, and also ordinary tow bar underneath it. It's also got a pickaxe mounted on the tailgate. Inside, as I say, we've got twin rear bench seats. My bag doesn't come with it, incidentally. Twin rear bench seats, and as I say, all this radio gear that is all sort of nicely mounted in there. Whether it's the original stuff or not, I really don't know. It looks military to me, but I'm no expert. A couple of ammunition containers down the back there. But yeah, twin rear bench seats. And as I say, one of the most sort of militarily authentic Land Rovers I've come across for some while. The only difference inside, it's got, instead of military front seats, it's got a pair of, look like Land Rover 90, like middle seats actually. In fact, I think they are. Land Rover 90 seats in the front, so it's a 6-seater in total. Anyway, let's go around and pick out some good bits and bad bits. Obviously, being a military lightweight, it's got military paintwork, so lots of paint loss on it, and you know, where distemper's been applied and things like this. But millions of different coats, but that's what you get with these. And as I say, personally, I rather like the look. Obviously, it's had a fair bit of welding underneath here, but look, it's had a new front dumb iron on it recently, I'd say, on the right hand side. But it all looks quite good around the front end here. I think it's had, yeah, that bumper's been off because there's new bolts and stuff there to do that. All good around the front here, but say standard military paint. So don't expect perfection and loveliness and a nicely smooth finish. It is what it is. Looking down the near side, all looks pretty straight actually. All good here. Up on the scuttle corner up here, I think it may have had some work along here at some point in the past. Not really sure. We'll have a look inside. I think it's got mastic around there possibly, or maybe some filler. It's hard to say. It's a long time ago by the look of it. It ain't coming off either. Or possibly welded. In fact, it feels really solid. I think that's probably been welded there. But that all looks pretty good. There is a slight hole just there in the top of the wing closing panel, about sort of a centimetre across, just there. A slight hole that's come through. Excuse me. In the bulkhead closing panel, rather. Modesty covers all look good. Passenger door all looks good from the outside, although inside the door frame has rotted in the back rear corner. It's starting to go in the front corner, the top half of the frame, although it actually still feels pretty rigid. It's not floppy or anything. In here, as I say, all correct military stuff here. Dash is pretty much as it would have left the services. It's had some work in the passenger footwell at some point. It's been welded over. but it's all as it should be there. Tilt looks to be pretty watertight. There's one or two sort of slight pinholes in it here and there. We have actually got a spare tilt which is in the back of it, which will come with it. I'm not sure if it's a military tilt or not, the spare one, but we're leaving this one on because it is so authentic and you know, correct for the vehicle, if you like. The rear window, however, is fairly opaque, and it has got some splits in the rear window plastics, as you can see here. There's a couple of splits up there, but as I say, there is a spare tilt down here for it. Yeah, new tilt. There's a couple £100 for a brand new one, but personally, I think this older looking one sort of suits the rest of the car myself. Near side rear wing is all good, and it all looks pretty good under there. All looks nice. Around the tail end, all looks pretty good there. Tailgate isn't quite closing onto the top latch, which may be indicative that it's been dropped out of an aeroplane or from a helicopter at some point, but it's not quite closing. It may just be that needs a bit of adjustment, but it closes properly on the other side anyway. So and that all looks pretty good in there with its rear bench seats. That's fine. Looking down the offside, straight, no nasty dings or dents or anything like that. Underneath here, it all looks pretty good. Driver's door. One area, it's had some welding work on the offside front bulkhead and scuttle corner and stuff. Patch has been welded in around there. At least it's been welded and it's nice and strong, but the actual quality of the welding perhaps could be a little tidier. You might want to get a grinder and just grind all this off really, but that where the plate's been welded in there, and it's had some work up on the hinges, up on the scuttle here as well, the same. Strongly done, but cosmetically perhaps not as nice as you'd like it to be, but it could be tidied up, I think. Not too much of a problem. Driver's door, pretty good. Again, the door top isn't floppy. It is starting to rust a bit down there though. And driver's footwell actually looks to be reasonably original by the look of it. Bad at all. That's about it, I think. My name's Simon. You can reach me on 0771 906 9353 or in the office on 0118 946 3352, or you can go to our website, which is www.motodrome.co.uk. We take part exchanges. We take Visa and MasterCard credit cards and debit cards with a 2% surcharge for credit cards, and we can ship it anywhere you like in the world. Certainly the UK and Europe, no problem at our normal tariff. Worldwide, we have a shipping partner that does that for us. That's about it. End.